Hey, it's me, the one with no name, and I just finished watching the pilot episode of Fox's Sleepy Hollow. This should be interesting. It's not one of the best shows I've ever seen just from the first, but this show has a lot of potential. The way it works and the premise that it sets up is very, very intriguing. I'm not sure if it's original, maybe it's an adaptation of something. I'll get that to you later, but this show definitely has a lot of good things going for it. Besides the premise, which is very creative, I like the way it blends the past with the present very well, and it kind of creates its own mythology from the story of Sleepy Hollow. Another thing I really like is the characters. I'm typing in to see who the actors are. We got a detective named Abby something, and Ichabod Crane. You know, it's funny. It's like in most adaptations, Ichabod Crane is, described as being kind of squirrely and jittery, but in this one, he's kind of a badass. Tom Meeson plays Ichabod Crane, and Nicole Bahari is playing Abby Mills. These two do very good jobs. They're both very likable, and they both play their characters well. If I had a little bit to criticize, Tom Meeson is Britishing a little bit too hard. But overall, the characters and the premise are both fine. If this show's going to have any problems, the main problem it's going to have when how it handles its tone. It kind of has problems balancing the funny with the dramatic. A lot of times in very dramatic scenes, there will be like weird comic relief parts that don't fit because they come out of nowhere. And this is just kind of a pet peeve of mine. I'm not a big fan. I hate the whole culture shock thing that happens whenever someone travels from the past. Thankfully, this one slows it down, and there was actually one that made me laugh. Ichabod, Abby locks Ichabod in a car, and he's trying to get out, and, he can't do it because he doesn't know how it works. He's like, how do you do this? That was funny. They do a bunch of other stupid stuff, like, what's that camera? And opening and closing an automatic window. That can get annoying. I really like the interaction between these two, and I also like how it doesn't look like it's going to be romantic. The thing about this show that I think will, get it, a lot more episodes, is that it has a very creative premise. A premise of equating the Headless Horseman to one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. This has a lot of promise, and it's a very good adaptation of the story of Sleepy Hollow. And I actually kind of like how this adapts a very American tale. This comes and kind of blends American history, legends, stuff like that, in a very, very intriguing plot. Now, there's a lot of really cool effects, a lot of cool villains, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of cool developments down the road. The show does have problems, and mostly it's tone. I hope that this does get fixed, because this show does look like it has the potential to be very, very good. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. Well, until then, I'll see you soon.